Like, that is wildly stressful. So maybe she did have a manic, episode where she's saying a bunch of fucked up things in text. Why is she being judged on her worst moments when she is in the most vulnerable fucking state? And that is why I'm going to be on her side. And also, he wants to file a restraining order. Child, she filed one first and was granted. She don't want to be around you. This is the same motherfucker that went to her house, keeps going to her house unannounced, breaks into her house, takes a picture of her bed to let her know that he is inside your house and can get in your house whenever you want, and then rips out the camera systems. How fucking safe does this girl feel?
There's allegedly. Allegedly.
One thing, his order was, what he filed was so that she can't take the baby to Italy for that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like not trying to be around her or keep her away from him. It's just, I don't want you to take my son. That's what he was filing.
There's a lot of situations, Mel, when you don't take the text message serious, that something end up happening to the child. We've seen that a lot of times, whether it's when it comes to domestic issues.
And they say, the signs were right there.
The signs were right there. So him filing this restraining order based off of the text message that she's been sending him is a right move for him to do.
I'd like to challenge a few of the things that you said.
Okay.
Okay. Who, Mel?
Yeah. In terms of weaponizing a fan base to bully you.
They're both doing that.
They both are doing it.
I don't see how she's done it.
Mel, we let you get a runway to get all of your shit off. Let's have the conversation without us triggering one another. Because I'm not trying to trigger nobody. And please don't trigger me. And this topic could be triggering.
It's very triggering.
I done been through every aspect of this. The second that she left him, fan bases were weaponized.
Mm-hmm. I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV, and we got M4 turning the streets up. We got Melyssa Ford turning the streets up. Apparently, she goes off on DDG for trying to weaponize Halle Bailey. Let me get this right. What did she say? let me find out first before I just misquote the caption. Oh, for weaponizing his fan base to attack Halle Bailey. Let's listen.
Idea what anybody's take is regarding this, so I'd love to hear it. I know Mel.
I feel like the only reason why we know any of this is because he is constantly online talking about it, and after the breakup being completely disparaging of her, making his claims, et cetera, et cetera. Also, when he went on, when he started talking about the fact that she was, preventing him from seeing Halo, he did this on his streaming platform with his millions of viewers, creating like a hashtag free Halo. What does that do? That encourages your audience to go to her and start bullying her without any of the facts other than the ones that you just presented, which are up for fucking debate. Whoever's right, whoever's wrong, it really is. It's gotten so fucking messy, nobody even knows. But my stance is he comes off as being so fucking wildly stressful to deal with after you've just had a baby. I'm standing 10 toes down on Halle's side. I don't even have to have all the facts. The fact of the matter is she had a baby.
That's
she has
on brand.
No,
Shocker.
Yeah. Plot twist with this.
It's because that's just
I don't
how
think
I
you're
feel.
wrong, by the way. Some of your reasoning, maybe. It all seems like messy shit to me.
It is very messy shit, but at the end of the day, you have a young girl who's trying to manage a career, manage a relationship, have a baby, and then, there's debates on how long postpartum actually lasts, but it ain't 6 to fucking 8 weeks. It's a really long time for women to start feeling any semblance of fucking normalcy. And she's in the public eye. She has a baby daddy who's going to the fucking world to get a sense of validation or to get them to agree with him. Like, that is wildly stressful. So maybe she did have a manic, episode where she's saying a bunch of fucked up things in text. Why is she being judged on her worst moments when she is in the most vulnerable fucking state? And that is why I'm going to be on her side. And also, he wants to file a restraining order. Child, she filed one first and was granted. She don't want to be around you. This is the same motherfucker that went to her house, keeps going to her house unannounced, breaks into her house, takes a picture of her bed to let her know that he is inside your house and can get in your house whenever you want, and then rips out the camera systems. How fucking safe does this girl feel?
There's
allegedly. Allegedly.
One thing, his order was, what he filed was so that she can't take the baby to Italy for that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not trying to be around her or keep her away from him. It's just, I don't want you to take my son. That's what he was filing.
There's a lot of situations, Mel, when you don't take the text message serious, that something end up happening to the child. We've seen that a lot of times, whether it's when it comes to domestic issues.
And they say, the signs were right there.
The signs were right there. So him filing this restraining order based off of the text message that she's been sending him is a right move for him to do.
I'd like to challenge a few of the things that you said.
Okay.
Okay.
Who, Mel?
Yeah. In terms of weaponizing a fan base to bully you.
They're both doing that.
They both are doing it.
I don't see how she's done it.
Mel, we let you get a runway to get all of your shit off. Let's have the conversation without us triggering one another. Because I'm not trying to trigger nobody. And please don't trigger me. And this topic could be triggering.
It's very triggering.
I done been through every aspect of this. The second that she left him, fan bases were weaponized. Mm-hmm. Because you had the Disney girl, the Beyonce girl, the clean sister act girl's fan base saying, yo, dog, you lucked up. She should have never been with you. You's a bum. You clout chasing. Every chance you get, you mentioning a baby, you mentioning her. She don't want you. That was a thing. That was a real thing. I'm saying this as somebody.
Fam, it went on up here. We got into an argument about DDG.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He's
we
right.
did. We got into an argument about DDG. You took Chloe's side. You took Haley's side. We took DDG's side. We got into an argument about DDG. So it's not like he was the person that was throwing out the bully shit and she was just on the receiving end of that. Yeah, that's not true. Both of their fan bases were weaponized.
She did not weaponize hers. She couldn't. Just let me say this one thing. Just one thing, and then y'all got it.
Hijack the topic.
No. Holy shit.
You're gonna hijack
How
that
many
topic.
times have they hijacked dog piled on me? One time. I just want to say this one thing.
Go ahead.
This nigga's been sitting down this whole time. I'm talking about Jeremy Heck. This wigger has been sitting down this whole time, ain't said a word. He's been there. This is like a fucking ghost. Just popped up on the screen. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
She did not weaponize her fan base. And furthermore, everybody's saying that he's a clown, stay away from him, blah, blah. She didn't listen. She followed her own heart. That was the man she wanted. She chose. She had a baby with him. She did not listen to anybody. So she did not weaponize her fan base. They made their own assumptions.
Mel,
he went on streaming.
Now you're off the tangent. Can you not respond to each point that we're about to make the same way we did with you? That's all I'm asking.
Right.
I have more of your points that I'd like to challenge.
Even with that weaponization point, the artists sometimes don't have to say,
go do it.
Yeah.
They don't have to do that.
If nothing else, we've proven that both of them played part in the weaponization of fan bases. 1. 2, in terms of things being made public and why they are made public, they're playing courthouse games.
True indeed.
Mm-hmm. Courthouse games is not only where things become public, but it's where both parties go to say the worst of the worst about the other. So unfortunately, these stories, the break-in stories, they're public because they're court filings. 3, she played her hand in some of this being public when she vehemently was against the kid going to Constant's house.
And put that out.
And she put it out. So all I'm saying is, at the start, you have 2 young people that are engaging in the messiness of a breakup after a baby.
That's fair.
Like my thing, and I'm not on anybody's side. Again, I think the child is the real recipient of the
bullshit.
negativity.
Yeah.
But I don't understand, to Joe's point, how you could say, yo, I don't want my kid around Kasana or on a stream or anything of that sort, but you are electing to take my kid across to a whole different country outside of me.
I thought that's totally.
I think that's very, very different.
I think that's different personally. A lot of shit goes on on these streams. It'd be girls. It'd be a lot of shit going on the streams. Her taking a kid with her to work in another, just happens to be in another country. You don't know, you can have a nanny, you can have whatever over there with you. I'm not subjecting the kid to anything necessarily.
Supposedly.
You don't know that.
Wait.
That's supposedly.
That's
supposedly.
Wait. You can't do that without my consent.
No,
I don't give a fuck if you got a nanny and you got the best condition. You cannot do that without my consent. We know that as dads.
What I don't like to do is this.
Depending on how.
But isn't that what the restraining order says?
That's not necessarily depending on what's set up.
The restraining order basically says she has sole custody.
If she got
so
sole,
if she wants to make that decision, she can do that.
That is incorrect.
That's not true.
That is incorrect.
I don't know that to be true.
That is incorrect. You are wrong.
Does she have? I don't know what they.
You
got.
cannot do whatever you want just because you have sole custody.
You can't
That's
do
incorrect.
that.
I've been through it.
I know that y'all want to fucking. It's the erasure of father rights around here.
You know,
but you cannot take this baby. No, you can't.
It's not true. And my thing is this, and I hate that this point gets overlooked. Fam, you had enough discernment to lay down and have a baby with this man, right?
Yes.
We are electing this man to be the father of your child.
Can I pause you right there for a second and add to what you're saying? Maybe messy, but it is being spoken about. He convinced her to have the baby. She said, I'm having an abortion. No, that's part of listen, there's another side to this that paints her as being emotionally manipulative, and I think that is what he filed in his court filings. And I'm not even going to continue to speak to that. I can speak to how a dad moved when he want the kid.
Yes.
That's what I can speak to.
Is there proof of her making that statement?
No,
Yes.
It's not proof of some
It's
of the
not proof
stuff
of a lot
that you
of this shit,
allege
though.
neither.
Okay.
But we talking
We're
about
alleging.
this.
Well, I think that
We'll talk to our fact checker, Jeremy.
Yeah, well,
But, fam, what I'm saying is this,
please
a different
fact check that. If there's any proof, written proof that she said she was going to have an abortion and he convinced her to have the baby. Because if not, then that is just his word against hers, and that's nasty.
You know what there is written proof of?
We can't do that though. We
You know
can't
what
do
there
that.
is
You
written
can't
proof
say
of?
it's written proof of this, but we don't have written proof of that. And the things that we don't have written proof
No, I'm just
of.
talking about text messages since
No,
you
but
wanted
you
to put them
didn't
out.
bring up
You didn't
written
bring
proof
up written
when
proof
he
of-
broke in the house
Yeah,
and yada,
we don't
yada,
have
yada,
written
yada.
proof
We
or
don't
proof
have
of
proof
those
of these
things
things.
He
either.
took a picture of her bed.
So he
What
could
does
have
that
took
mean?
that picture 9 years ago.
He let her know that I'm in your house. I could take a picture of your. I'm taking a picture
You're
of your
getting
bed.
that from a
It's
police
okay.
report,
It's
Mel,
okay.
is what
I
we're
know.
saying. But anyway,
So what I
Jeremy,
was
let
saying-
us know when
Hold
you
on.
have facts.
It doesn't seem like there's any public record of her saying that. DDG said in an interview, we weren't aiming for a baby. It kind of happened. What are we going to do? He said,
Hell no. This is why this nigga's up here. Joe needed a fact checker on the weekends. Mark Lamont Hill is busy. This nigga's up here to be a fact checker. Yo, I can't. I just find things hilarious. You know, one thing about any industry that you're in, whether it be music, movies, TV, sports, nepotism is real. And it comes in many forms. Nepotism isn't just, oh, that's my brother. That's my sister. That's my blood. Nepotism isn't just that. No, nepotism, oh, that's my friend. I want to look out. Oh, I want to co-sign this person, or I want to co-sign that person. That's what nepotism is as well. It comes in many forms. and yes, Jeremy Heck is a nepotism hire, clearly, on the Bigger Picture and the Joe Budden podcast. Fucking fact checker. I be damned. No, nigga, I'm here to give an opinion. I'll inform you. I'll tell you what's going on. Like, y'all know I know. See, I know everything. We don't need fact checkers over here at I Am Savvy Mike T. I am the fact checker and the opinionator. I'm the fact checker, the A Mike. I'm everything I need to be. Fact number one, I'm saying I don't even need to let this wiggle read from his fucking computer. I just tell y'all what you need to know. DDG provided text message receipts of Halle Bailey threatening to abort their kid. He did. He provided that in his court ordering, in his filing. Now, it was a whole bunch of hoopla going on around that too. Oh, he was granted the temporary restraining order, or he was granted this, or he's granted that. While he was granted the TRO, that is true. Everything else got denied. That's what I'm saying. So basically, both sides are being honest. If you think about it, yes, he got denied as far as she can still leave the country with the child. He can't have custody or do the custody stuff that he wanted to do, or stop her from. No, she can still go out the country with the child. He got denied there, but they did grant him a temporary restraining order, seeing that he provided these text messages, and like, okay, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Look, we'll give you a TRO, nigga. That's what they did, basically. All right, here, take that, but she can still do what she wants to with the child. So yeah, no fact checking needed. No Googles needed. It's all up here. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about Melyssa Ford basically violating DDG for weaponizing his fan base. Now, do I agree with her? No, I honestly don't, because I do agree with The Room. They both weaponized their fan bases. Now it's just a debate of who did it first. And my first time, I'm just going to go off of my first time. My first time hearing anything about any of this was when DDG came on his stream and said he can't see his kid. That was my first time. Now, I think Halle did make a tweet about the kid being at Kai Cenat house. But it was like a week later, I think she retracted. Oh, it's fine. I was just tripping. Like she retracted that. So while that happened, she did end up backtracking on that and was like, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way. I just, whatever." But as we know now, she definitely was playing petty games then, and still is. Both of them. And then this is all messy. And I agree with Ish. I think I said this in the video when I talked about his emergency court filing. I'm like, the only person that's losing here is the kid. DDG said he made the most he's ever made on Twitch and posted a fucking receipt of it. That nigga made $12 million in May. Now, I don't know how he did it. I don't know what he did to do it, but he did it. His receipts out there. This nigga made $12 million last month. He's fine. He is A-okay. Hope to God that he's really not a abuser. I doubt he is. So I just wish he should have punched. You got to punch first in these situations. I know as a man you want to feel like you can control the situation. You can control the woman, like but at a certain point, she's gonna make your life live in hell, especially if she feels like she's been hurt, and that's what she's doing. So you got to see that coming. And you got to get in front of it. Like, I'm not going to let you make my life, at least me trying to see my son, I'm not going to let you do that and make my life a living hell. And that's where I was with it. I was like, he shouldn't have said what he said on stream about him not seeing his son. He should have went to the court first. Like, hey, this chick is crazy. And she's trying to stop me from seeing my kid. We got to do something. But he didn't go first. She did. You know what I'm saying? It's just odd. Why let her go first if you know this is what's about to happen? You can't have that much ego in your head to go, oh yeah, I can keep being out here fucking every bitch in the world that I want to, and my baby mama will still hold me down. No. At some point she's gonna give you hell, and that's what she's doing. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I am Savvy Mike in this. This is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.